Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, La?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
Hoodle, let me know if you sense anything. Another day, another Gald.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
This one will be difficult to predict.
Here's the spear. Here's evil. I'm not so good with airborne targets. That one's mine.
Got flyer.
I've got this. Let Marksman handle it.
All yours.
This one's got your name on it.
Action to action. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go.
Heal.
Now,
Rising Wyvern.
astral energy.
Say no more.
Anything. Astral energy.
Say no more.
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
All right.
There's nowhere to run from my arc. If he slows down, that's our chance. Can't get out of this.
It's like trying to keep up with your wall.
Now or never. Can't get out of this. I'll thank you. A new melody. You require too fast. Stand back. I'll trip it up. Elusive deity. I'll thank you. Now or never. No further! Sword Ring Now or never! Begin! Elusive deity! Rotating pile driver! In a bind? Seismic Rupture! Elusive deity! Can you take it? Splendid Flood! Come on! You require... I thought you were going to wreck the place. I'm not nearly finished yet.
Then I'll provide assistance however I can.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Got them a touch to your heart's content.
Elusive deity! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone! Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
I sense a strange power from this.
These bad guys really don't mess around.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
This one will be difficult to predict.
You're mine! In a vine?
Pierce through!
It's as cool as the art!
Stay calm.
I shall provide the streets! What did they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done! Leave the enemy's art to me!
No complaints here!
You're finished!
Raging Storm!
Rising Wyvern! I owe you one.
Did you just heal me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
Hurricane Thrust! Coming through! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Not a chance!
Can you take it?
You're finished!
My watch.
It's on! Catapult! Dragon Swarm!
Do it.
Live off! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Now! Here I come! I'm ready!
Kitara, frozen.
Hammer!
Not a chance!
Raging sword.
Rising Wyvern! No escape! Tear! Soaring Light Spear!
Where are you going?
Mirage! It's
Do it.
over! Remove!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
I can feel my precision improving.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah. We used to run up and down these slopes all the time for our training exercises.
Damn. You weren't messing around.
This one's tough. But we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
I can carve through all the way!
Here, Celestial Hammer! Here goes!
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Kitara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! I'll heal you all. Hit! Ice Crystal! Here goes! Celestial Hammer! Here I go!
Eat dirt! I'm ready!
Alvin! Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Step back! This one's all law!
This one will be difficult to predict.
It's over! Lunar Rondo!
Negative J!
Hurricane Thrust! Mirage! Wind!
Airborne Beast! My
It's over!
Don't mind if I do!
Take this!
Dragon Swarm!
Do it!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! I can feel my power growing! An opponent like this should be easy.
Dance in the wind!
Can't get out of this! You're being targeted!
This one rolled out.
Can you take it?
Swallow blade.
Leave the agile ones to me.
Tornado blast. Rising Phoenix.
Mine!
Dance on the wind!
Dance in the wind! Here! Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
See you continue on in that vein.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Something you wanted to say?
Dance on the wind!
Here's evil!
Far enough! Elusive deity! Unlock! Taking pile driver!
Thunderblade! Healing circle!
Take no further! Dance on the
Thank
wind!
you. Mega Ray! Hang on! See that you don't get in trouble again. This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Can you take it?
Raise the death game!
Begin!
Here, let me help.
Resonate with the earth!
Through.
Stalagmite!
Magic
Everlasting dark! Negative gate! Not so fast! I am not beyond fury! Here I come! Looking good! Behold! The earth pulse! Tectonic fission!
Here's a
Begin! Demon Fang! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! Resonate!
Breaking storm! I think I'm getting stronger.
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen. More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
What's this thing?
This one will be difficult. Predict.
You got company!
Here I come!
Breaking storm!
It's over! Raining flash!
Celestial hammer! Electric shock!
Rising light!
Blows!
Burn in hell!
Not on my watch!
Rising water!
This one's mine! Celestial hammer!
Do it! Law! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Here I go!
Resonate with the
Crazy
earth!
cascade! Lightning condemned! Thunderblade! I'm
Do it! Go
In an instant! Impact clock! We work well together.
Like a finely timed walk.
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Mirage! Dragon power! I'll face you!
Like we're gonna lose to small fry.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
Guess I missed.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Resonate with the earth! I shall ensure you survive this!
Free Lancer! Lightning condemned! Field! Holy Land!
Can't get out of this!
Thunderblade! Here's a healing arc! Hey!
Not today!
Here's another! Light Astral Energy! Alphen! Astral Energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
Rising Wyvern! Negative gate!
Celestial
Resonate
Hammer!
with the earth!
Not on my watch!
Rising Wyvern!
Ice Lightning! Alphen! Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Hear me! Flame of
Dragon
Spirit! Tempest Whirl!
I'm practically unstoppable.
Come one, come all!
Ice Prison! This one's mine! Blow of Flight! Celestial Hammer!
Can't end here!
Forgive me. This is my fault.
Now you see what I can do.
Your helping me has become a pattern.
It's for the good of all of us.
Is it now?
Celestial Hammer! One last one!
I'm ready! In an instant! Impact clock! We work well together.
Like a finely timed walk.
Here's one! Bullseye! Blow of Flight!
Now we're not
Ice Prison!
At least you can't get out of this!
Primed and Blow of
Rising
Flight!
Wyvern! Take this!
Not on my watch!
for life.
Something you want to say?
Not so long as you keep them pointed toward the enemy.
I never miss. Alpin, astral energy.
Say no more.
Negative Tempest Swirl.
Resonate with the earth. Go for
Hit. Way more. Tempest Swirl. Here comes Glacial Spear. Here's the
I'm ready.
Kisara. Frozen.
Hammer.
Everyone's still in one piece? There!
Here, let me help.
This one's tough.
Light.
Negative gate. Resonate with the earth.
Extra cut through.
Stalagmite.
Ice prison.
Denied.
Mega ray. Select.
I'll smash you.
An astral light?
That's my cue.
Shut him down.
One last one. Here goes. Bullseye. Raging cast. Cover the caster. Let me help. I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this. Deus Roar! Here goes. Here's the
Elusive deity.
Blow Slice! Ice Prison!
Elusive deity.
This one's mine! Blow not in your dreams! Do it!
Totally. In an instant. Impact clock. We work well
Here
together.
goes.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Celestial!
I'm pretty worn out.
Want to rest up for a bit?
Through these lands most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights unseen. In Menancia, pure and pristine.
What is it you see exactly?
That's not for me to say. We seem to have come across something a little unusual.
Guess I misread the landing.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that. If I had to guess, it probably served as some kind of shrine.
So still a house, in a sense. Just for a god.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Ice Prison!
Don't suffer.
Here goes!
Your helping me has become a pattern.
It's for the good of all of us.
Is it now?
Here, let me help. Where are you going?
They got fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady.
Something you wanted to say?
Not in your dreams! Flawless flight! I'm a
Take
fury!
this!
Burning strike! Flawless flight!
Far enough! I'm ready!
Get him! Kisara! Frozen!
Hammer!
Hit!
Inflating thrust!
Bullseye! Reload! Light astral energy!
Elusive deity!
Back into the fight! Prison! Go get him! Pierce! Raging test! You got company!
Ignite!
Photon flash!
Take this!
Now you see what I can
Finish
do!
this!
Alpin! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Skills in top form, art's working like a charm. Ha!
Retreat! You know what's good for you.
Come and face
Where are you going? Not in your dreams! Flawless flight! Do it! Dohalim!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around!
Certainly not.
Dance in the wind!
Begin!
Air thrust! Raging Hurricane!
Hurricane blast!
You'll soon see about that! Here goes! Photon flash!
Soaring Lucifer!
Electric dragon! Water!
Far enough!
Anything in armor is all mine!
All yours, Kisara! Resonate with
Here
the
goes!
earth!
It's a kickback! I'm prison!
You're finished! Take this!
Radiant! Do it! Fluxion! Astral energy! Full throttle!
I can feel my power growing!
Let's see what you've got.
Our expert coming through! I'm prison! Not in your dreams! Searing flame!
Negative gate! Mirage!
Never miss!
Everlasting dark!
Through armor!
Celestial
Negative
flame!
gate!
Fury!
Ignite!
Do it! Ixion! Astral energy! Full throttle! Glacial
Resonate with the
I
earth!
pierce evil!
Prepare to be sealed!
Freeze blast!
Sounded more appropriate.
Let's talk more doing too! Here goes!
Rising Genesis! Take! Blow them away!
Fighting in this state isn't advisable.
Right, here goes! I'll take you all on!
I'm prison! Ready to go! Corruption! Celestial murder!
I have no limits!
One last one!
Flying freaks!
What can I just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner set than he's on enemy's art! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Our expert coming through!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! I'm ready!
Alpin! Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done! Pierce evil! Freeze Lancer!
I can carve through armor!
Radiant pierce!
Finish it! Blow them away!
Everlasting darkness!
Negative gate! Resonate with the earth!
Celestial
I'm ready!
Burning!
So I still had room to grow.
This'll make us even more formidable. Serious?
Is this a joke? No further!
Eagle assault! You see this coming? Here! Not on my watch!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Deny!
Close, please, Lancer! Watch your back!
Going in!
This armor won't save you!
Tiger Blade! Make it rain!
So Alvin, astral energy!
Say no more!
Lightning! I'm out of ammo!
Tiger Blade! Hurricane!
I've risen! I'm all stuffed up!
Going in.
Annihilation! Here!
Do it!
Kisara, frozen!
Hammer!
Onward and upward.
They're surrounding us! Ha! Take that! Art expert coming through!
Talon Hurricane!
I've risen!
Let the marksman handle this! This one's mine! Do it!
Take this!
Alvin!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Here goes! I've risen!
Tiger Blade!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down.
Here's another! Lightning to Thunder Blade! Thunder Blade!
Going in! Hear my call!
I can't heal you forever!
Smash you! I'm ready to go! Where are you going? Make it rain!
Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang! Denied!
Way to go!
First strike! You're done! I'll tear you apart! Swallow dance!
And again!
Back to the front!
Not today!
I'll finish you here and now! Do it!
Theon, astral energy! Full throttle! Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Elda of its enemies and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along, but it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahagsar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already! I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? Said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Here's a healing art. Here.
What
Go
a
get him. Hear my call.
Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Appreciate the help.
Now you see what I can do!
Switch to offense!
Take this.
Let the marksman handle this.
Look out! How about
Here's
that?
a healing art. I'm on a roll I never miss.
Going in!
Lunar connection.
Glimmer dragon!
I'll heal you
This
all.
one's mine!
Here goes.
I'm on it!
This one's mine!
Not my watch.
There you go!
And just like that, I'm back in it!
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner said than done!
I'll
finish you here and now. I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher! Big Blast!
I'm ready.
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you?
Out
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides, Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest.
Hey.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain. But you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...